So for context, just a few moments ago, I went grocery shopping, so if I ever start sweating in the middle of this video again, it's probably because of that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It is me, ya boy, sponsored by Steak, and today we're going to be talking about a pair of things that has been annoying me so much the past few months. They are both involving Instagram, and yes, I know that this is a really weird fucking topic to talk about in this channel. The reason why I haven't been uploading since my last video is simply due to the fact that I haven't had any ideas to make videos on. I really haven't found the motivation as well to, again, start making videos. I was saving this topic for later on in the year, but it has been pissing me off so much that I just want to talk about it right here, right now. Don't worry, in the future I will be talking about songs again. I do have an idea for the new Pantheon song that Ophelia Records has released, so keep an eye out for that. But first things first, let's talk about this extremely shitty thing that has been happening for so long, I just have to rant about it. Now you might be wondering, why am I making this rant video at this time of the year about this random ass topic? Well, it has been quite some time since I have full-on ditched Twitter. I've stopped using that platform for a long time now, and after looking at it more recently, yeah, I can see that my decision has been the correct one. So I've been using other social medias to kind of get my sort of fix every day. I've been using Blue Sky a lot, I've been posting there regularly as well, but I've also been using Instagram a lot. It kind of just works as this sort of replacement for Twitter in that it's a thing that I just use the most throughout the day, but if you have noticed, I haven't posted there for a long time. I think my last post is probably the last non-short songs that I've heard series video that I posted earlier this year. So you might be wondering, what is the reason behind me completely ditching Instagram but still kind of using it? Well, one of the big reasons is the fact that a lot of the bad things that were happening a lot on Twitter have found their way onto Instagram. And whilst I know I am not the first person to talk about these sorts of things, I just really have to talk about it because it has been pissing me off so fucking much. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so pissed off I'm starting to drool when I speak. Like this is not a good look on me. Now the first thing that I want to talk about is probably the most recognizable out of the two, and it is the Steak advertisements. For quite some time now, Steak has tried to do massive social media centered advertisement campaigns to properly, show what they can offer in terms of gambling. They're a big gambling website. And originally what they started doing was sponsoring Twitch streamers to go onto their website, play their gambling games, and get massive cash rewards or other types of rewards so that they can entice people to go into their platforms. But once Twitch did one of the very few good things in their history and actually banned this type of content from being broadcasted on their platform, Steak decided, you wanna know what? Fuck it. We'll create our own streaming platform. How hard can it be? So they created Kick, and that worked for a little bit until it got the reputation of just being there to house predators that were being ousted off of Twitch because they actively committed crimes. So they needed a new strategy. They needed something new, something that could grab people's attentions and make them go to their website. Obviously, with their genius minds, they decided to sponsor meme accounts on Twitter. And trust me, it was fucking annoying. You couldn't scroll past a little bit. You couldn't just use Twitter for a little bit without seeing so many steaks you probably thought that you were in a fucking bar and grill or some shit. Fun fact, this normally was more associated with sporting accounts. Things from, like, for example, soccer. I will recommend a video from one of my favorite YouTubers, FNG. He did talk about this as well, so I do recommend watching that video as well. But when I went to Instagram and when I left Twitter, I thought that I was going to leave that shit behind. And in no way that they're going to go on Instagram and do the exact same thing. I completely forgot that social media is just a vacuum for all happiness because, yeah, it just quickly went there. Fun fact, I actually have a folder here of like snapshots that I took off of Instagram, and the amount of fucking steak ads that I've seen by just using I just use Instagram normally, and the amount of photos that I have here that have the steak sponsorship is so much. I actually was able to successfully predict one of these. So for context, there is a really random moment that these accounts like to constantly repost over and over again. And that was the moment in a deadmau5 live stream where deadmau5 finds the vocals that are going to later be used on the track. I think it's The Veld. Let me check real quick. I think it's The Veld. The Veld, yeah, it's a correct song. It's a correct song. I actually know my deadmau5. I was predicting that at some point I would see this post. I would see the moment where deadmau5 finds the vocals for The Veld with a steak sponsorship. It was only a matter of time. Lo and befucking-hold. I'm just gonna say this one thing. I'm just gonna say one thing real quick. Call me psych on my zone of the way that I'm a fucking psychic, motherfuckers. Holy shit. Now, a fun little thing that has also been happening, and again, FNG, I think, talks about this as well in his video, is that other betting companies have taken notice of this and have decided to also do the exact same thing. Sponsor big meme accounts on Instagram and on Twitter and put their own watermarks on them. In this case, the only company that I've seen that does this is a company by the name of Rant, but I don't know what the fuck they're trying to accomplish with this because they're doing this whilst looking exactly like Steak. It almost feels like it's the same company, but just like, you know, a different version of it. It's like the logo is the exact same. The way that they're doing it is the exact same. They're in fact doing it before Steak was forced to disclose the fact that it was an ad. They're just putting the watermark in there as well, which honestly just makes it even more annoying. It's the same thing as, like, remember a few months ago when all posts had like AI generated descriptions of like random cars and shit? It's the same thing about that as well. Another thing before we move on, some of the posts that they're doing this on. I have here one that is like a very depressive post, like a very sad thing that they're talking about. And they're putting the Steak sponsorship on. It's like, don't you have any shame when doing that? Sharing a story like that and monetizing it the way that you do? Jesus fucking Christ, have some fucking self-decency. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is probably a little bit less discussed, but it does piss me off a lot more than the Stray Cats. The Stray Cats, I've already kind of gotten accustomed to because, again, their annoyance on Twitter, but this one really shocks me for all the wrong reasons. Now, before anything, if you have paid attention to my channel for quite some time now, you will know that I'm a bit of a gooner. I'm a bit of a gooner, I'll admit. I don't have a partner in my life. And, you know, my Instagram recommendations do kind of reflect that I do get recommended a lot of accounts that do post things surrounding that type of content. And Instagram has been recommending me a lot of weird accounts that kind of make me sick the more that I think about them. Now, these accounts use one really, really important thing: artificial intelligence. But I am not talking about using artificial intelligence to, for example, make pictures of like anime or video game characters, or using AI to modify pictures of real life celebrities or generate new ones based on whatever fetish the person has at that day. And before I move on into talking about what I want to talk about, I do want to say these two instances that I talked about are fucking disgusting. They are unironically some of the worst type of things I've ever seen in my life, in both the fact that it uses AI and in an ethical standpoint. If you enjoy this type of content, you should be fucking ashamed. But you should be even more ashamed if you're like the accounts that I've noticed that just straight up create a brand new person. They are just accounts for a fake AI generated character for the singular purposes of gooning. I am not joking. Instagram has been recommending me those accounts. Now, some of these have kind of tricked me for a little bit. There's this one here. Let me just check the name real quick. Again, my memory kind of fucking sucks. Let me see if I can get the name of this account. Okay, yeah, okay. So there's this character, this person right here, called Willow the Goth, supposedly. You can see that this is an AI generated video by a few things, like for example the fact that the lighting is reflecting way too strongly, the fact that it's just way too glossy, it doesn't feel natural, it goes into the uncanny valley type of territory. And if you just take a stroll over this account's videos and media and whatever, you will see this over and over and over again. Now, I can't properly show you this because if I do, I will get my video age restricted faster than my first ever video, which got fucking speed ran into oblivion. But I will put the link of all the accounts in the description down below, just so that you can see that with your own eyes. Now, this is only one of them, but I did see others that do the exact same type of thing, and some of these don't even try to fucking hide the fact that they're AI generated. Like, for example, this video right here, or at least this part of the video right here, which I can actually show on YouTube. Now, the second part, you know, it is what it is, but like, have you seen the hands? Just look at the hands. Just look at the hands on the video. They're just fucking jungle. Like, what the fuck is that? Actually, I want to try to see if I can recreate that. I have a notebook right here. Let me see if I can do that. Alright? Got my notebook here. It's not the tiny book that is used in the actual video, but I do want to see if I can kind of like recreate what it is. So let me just do it like this. Yeah, what the hell did I think was gonna happen? Alright, let me just... fucking hell. There we go. What the fuck? Like, seriously, how does one look at a video like this and think, yes, this is exactly what I want, AI-generated people? And the worst thing about this is the people in the comment section straight up thinking that this is an actual real-life person. It's like, just like develop brain cells for like 2 fucking seconds and just look at the video properly. You're not looking at a real life person, you fucking dipshits. There's so many other accounts that I've seen that do the exact same thing that, again, I can't properly show because of, again, age restriction. But just why do these exist? Why are there accounts that do this? Well, I've kind of developed a little bit of a theory that does not only talk about this, but also connects it to the steak ads that I talked about earlier in the video. Now, at first glance, there isn't a true connection between these two, you might think, and I don't blame you. When I was looking at these two, I was looking at them completely separately. Like, there's the steak ads, and then there's the AI generated posts. They don't do anything in common, they're unrelated. But the more I decided to look into this in order to make this video, the more I started to see some parallels between the two. First of all, there is the fun, well, not fun, but fact that a lot of these betting companies actually do use AI for their advertisements sometimes. I have 2 photos here. One that is just like a random fucking tiger advertising how much money you can win in a company here in Portugal if you bet with them. But another one that uses an AI generated picture of a woman kind of trying to entice you into being in this website. So again, you do see how the companies that do come on, JP, think of the word. The stake sponsorships and the betting sponsorships and the betting ads will also use AI. There's nothing really that limits them to not use it. But the second thing that I want to talk about, and again, the other point, the other parallel that I want to talk about is the fact that they're both trying to achieve the same thing. Trying to get something off of people. It could be their money, it could be their time, it could be their information, but they're trying to steal something off of you. They're trying to sell you on this fantasy which doesn't exist. It's made up. It's just a figment of the imagination. You can play that one video. Well, you know the one.
We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication.
Now, the steak ads and the betting ads, I mean, that one's pretty self-explanatory. You know how those work. But I want to talk a little bit about why the AI posts exist. When I decided to look a little bit, just a smidge into one of these accounts, the golf one, I decided to click on the link that was on this account's bio. And when I clicked on it, I was met with a sort of homepage-like thing that was telling me that this AI-generated person was only 2 kilometers away from me. So it almost creates this sense of, oh shit, she's close to where I am. I can chat with her and maybe see where something is going. This is why I also wanted to make this video. It wasn't just to rant about the fact that these things exist and piss me off, but also to say that these things are dangerous. They're there to either suck you off of your money or steal the information that you have on your accounts, on your devices, on whatever, or just to waste your fucking time. And again, I find all of this disgusting, both the stake sponsorships and the AI posts, because they're just so indicative of the state of the internet right now, which is the fact that it's become a fucking cesspool. And it's very much more pertinent right now more than ever because, again, it's everywhere. I effortlessly, I didn't even search for these. Either they just showed up randomly whilst I was scrolling, or Instagram itself recommended this to me. They are not trying to hide the fact that they want this to be on their platforms, which again makes it really dangerous. A lot of people will be caught up in this, and I just don't like that idea. So again, that's why I decided to make this video. It's just something that has been pissing me off for quite some time, but also something that needs to be talked about. And again, I might not be the best person to, bring information, but at least a conversation can be started over what should be done to stop this from happening.
I'm the Alpha, Omega, beginning, the end, the light in.
So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I know it's a bit of a random one, but like I said, this is just something that I had on my mind for quite some time now, and I wanted to start making videos again after the one that I made last month. So I just really wanted to get back on the groove of things. Like I said, I am also planning on making a special little video regarding Pantheon 2, the new mega collaboration that came out on Ophelia Records. And I'm also working on the Songs That I've Heard series. The reason why that one's going to come up a little bit later is because I don't want to be in a situation where the only two videos that I have back to back are Songs That I've Heard series. I want to at least have this video kind of serve as like something in the middle to prove that, hey, I'm not just like a random shorts form content channel. I didn't just fucking disappear. I'm trying to make videos, okay? I promise you, I'm trying to make videos. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope to see you in the next one. If the people that make these sorts of posts haven't tracked my location and send a hitman to go and fucking kill me.
Follow me. Follow me.